Hi, my name's Tom Shue, and today I'm going to teach you how to rename your files when you're working inside Lightroom. Typically, when you import your files, there's an option where you can rename your files, but I wait and rename them until after I've got them in my catalog. A lot of times I'm going to be doing HDRs and stuff like that, so I just leave the sequence intact so all my images stay the same as they were when they were shot. Also, I'm only going to rename the files that I keep. Okay, so there's no sense in adding another step upon import. So to rename a file, you select one file in your catalog and you can go to Library and you click on Rename Photo. Notice the shortcut is F2. This is the same shortcut that is used in the Windows operating system rename files and folders. So it's kind of an easy one to remember if you're a Windows user. So what we're going to do is we're going to create a new template. So we'll come down here, we'll click Edit. And it's going to give us a template editor. And if you notice there's some code here, it gives us some example of the file name which is chosen by default. If we insert the original file name and maybe an image sequence, you see that it gives you a set of tags here. These tags are set in place by default, and this is how Lightroom uses in the program to actually rename your files. So what you want to do is just go ahead and select it all and delete it. You can do that by hitting the space bar. And now we're going to rename it in a way that we can use it. Well, I like to enter in a custom text when I want to rename my file, so I'm going to give it a custom text field. So I'll say insert. Now I want to create a space or a hyphen between them. So you notice that I have one up here as a Henderson Desert Shoot. Well, if I put in a hyphen, I can space between the custom text and the next field, which will be the sequence. Now, if you hit the drop-down box, you can see you can name it a sequence, which would just be a number, or an image number, or a total number. I'm going to choose an image sequence, and I'm also going to choose the one with 4 zeros. The 4 zeros versus the sequence number 1 will make it easier so the computer doesn't make mistakes between file number 1 and file 100 and file 10. So if you choose the one with multiple zeros, it helps with the renaming process. So we're going to click Insert in that field, and then we're going to click Save as a preset. Okay, save this current as a preset, and we'll just call this my default rename. Click on Create, and we'll click Done. Okay, so now if we go into this and we hit our shortcut F2, we'll come down and choose that default rename, and we'll put in our custom text field. Okay, and in this field we're going to call it Henderson, and then we're going to put in a space or a hyphen, and we'll call this Desert Shoot. Oop, we got an underscore there. Let's fix that. We're going to start this with number 1, and it's just going to rename that file to Henderson Desert Shoot number 1. Now you can rename multiple files the same way. You hit F2 and it will start with number 1. And if we want to leave that custom text field, we can. We click OK. And now it's 001-2, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5. And now you can go in and rename your files inside Lightroom and keep everything in order. So you'd place all of these in a folder, and they'd all have a custom name, and these be all the files that you keep. That's it. I want to thank you all for taking time to visit my blog today, and until next time, we'll see you soon.